How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Dragon Ball DAIMA episode review. It's episode 13 entitled Surprise. And before we go any further, it shouldn't be a surprise. I'm going to ask you to hit the like button. That way everybody can see. We can get people out there so they can know what great time we're having here, right? Right. And if you would ever be so kindly, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of more reviews like this one. If you want to support me even further, my Patreon link, it's in that description below. Whatever you choose to donate, I would graciously and happily appreciate it. So, we're coming off the heels of a great episode that had really good fighting in it, and we're coming into another episode with more world building, especially for the world of DAIMA, the demon realm, second demon realm. Interesting stuff in here. And by interesting, I mean fun. That's basically this whole thing with this series for me. It's been fun. I didn't ask for it, and it's turned out better than I would have imagined. For starters, Gomah is pissed about Arinsu having a Dragon Ball. The Goku crew have 2 Dragon Balls, and he's like, "Hey, Togetsu, are all of the Getamir, I hope I said that right, all his troops, are they here in the first demon realm?" He's like, "Yeah, pretty much." "Cool. Shut down Warp Sama." The big giant fish that allows travel between different universes. And the guest was like, that's never been done in the history of ever. I don't think that will be a good thing. And Gomah does not care. He says, "Shut it down." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, it's called disabling, but I say shut it down, right? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what do you do to do that, right? To guess who literally just goes in the back, goes through a wall, does some little mystical, magical, pointy-eared Mohawk people things, Glenn things, and there's a giant lever. And he has some trepidations about it, but grabs this giant lever, pulls it down. I guess the first demon realm is all red skies and thunderbolts, because when the Warp Sama was moving around up there, red skies and thunderbolts, and it just kind of starts to look like it just goes to sleep. Which is crazy, because if Warp Sama has been around forever, almost forever, ever since the good Supreme Demin King has said, "Hey, these upperworldly beings, make more universes. We need to spread out," and they do such, right? And they make Warp Sama so you can go. You have Warp Sama so you can go between it. I wouldn't imagine that Warp Sama, who exists in multiple universes, dimensions. No, universes. I guess it's different from universe and dimension. I don't know. But multiple universes, multiple dimensions at one time? Okay. It just shuts down. I thought he was going to fall. But he didn't fall. He just kind of and he's asleep. And then the troops, they're making note of it. They're like, something's going on with Warp Sama. Arinsu is in her office with the Dragon Ball. Just kick back like, yeah. Which, I'm just going to fast forward. What's our guy? Glorio, or as Goku likes to call him, Gorliro. He called her, said, "Yeah, we got the other Dragon Ball. Just gotta do some repairs, and then we're going to World 1. And she's like, "All right, cool. I have all the Dragon Balls." It's just like, is she actually gonna fight later? Like, are we gonna get a thing where she just says, "Screw it," and she absorbs Majin Dooku, Kudu? I had predicted at the end of the last episode that they were going to maybe join together, which I still think is a thing, because Dragon Ball is the proprietor of all things fusion, right? It's done it the best. It's done it the first, I think, in anime. So who knows? And like I said, or should I say, like I said just a moment ago, the ship starts to kind of sputter out, and they start to fall, and they think they're going to fall into the water. They don't. They fall on land, which is interesting. More on that in a second. They crash land on this place called planet Megadith. I think it's Megath. Megath. And it took a while for Neva to realize where they were when they're looking around this giant grass and this massive tulips. And we even have Goku in one scene eating a massive apple. He's like, oh, we need to get out of here. We're on planet Megadeth, where everything is massive. This is the second most terrifying planet in the demon realm. And everything is just like the beings there, the Megadeth. We see a Megadeth child coming home from school with a backpack across with books and a massive ruler that could be a bridge in somebody else's world, eating the delicacy there, the fried krakens. Goku and Vegeta both shook because this thing is gnawing on the tentacle. Remember, Goku and Vegeta like the same size as this dice to my hand of the Kraken's tentacle, right? And these things are eating these. Like, I guess you could say fried squid style. Oh, I love calamari. Fried squid style. And so, yeah. Everything's way too large. We even get a cute hamster attack. You know, initially I was like, oh God, is it rabbits? Are we getting that, there's that one isekai show with the giant rabbit that apparently bit off someone's head. Didn't watch the show. I just know about that moment because, you know, it's the internet and it's the modern era. People don't shut up about spoilers. So that I thought it was going to be a rabbit. One rabbit. It's cute little hamsters. And then they have to fight the cute little hamsters. They tickle Goku because they're fluffy. They surround him. It's so funny because Vegeta's like, when it was one, Vegeta said, go undefeated. And Goku says, that kind of feels kind of cruel. But Vegeta has no qualms about uppercutting these things, kicking these things. Piccolo too, until the giant Megadeth child shows up and they run away. And it has a dog. Now, before any of this, the important part is the lore. We get some nice bonding between Pansy and Gomah. You give me a second. I need to just pull falling around them. Never's too calm about it. He's weird. There we go. We get some bonding between Pansy and Gomah. They're the Tinkerers. They fix things. So we learn that the giant jewels, those green orbs that are on the ship they have, are called, what's it called? Modulite. Modulite powers all the planes it's used for flying, and they react with acidic water and produce energy for 30 years. That's some good renewable energy. Very valuable. The acidic water is actually found, I want to say, it's found in the third demon realm. And what it does to the second demon realm, which is funny because it goes from the top of the second demon realm to the bottom of the third demon realm, to which we find out that they didn't fall down. They kind of fell up because above them is that water, is the sea. It appears. And according to Pansy, that acidic water that's seeping through, it makes it look like it's actually a sun shining there. And depending on the water composition, it changes colors as well. So, so from top of second realm to the bottom of the third realm, all of it is Megilite. Now, unfortunately, since it's so valuable, it is punishable by death if you take it. It is hoarded, obviously, by the Supreme Demin King in the first realm. Oligarchies and all that dictatorship bullshit, right? Gomah does. She wishes she could take something back with her. Pansy, very funny. Pansy literally goes, "I'm sure we can find some. I can talk to my dad and we can steal some." And Gomah has a sweat drop, and Pansy's so funny because she's like stealing. She's like thief version of Gomah, which I love the difference. She's like, just take what you need, which makes sense given the realm that they live in. Make sure I don't forget anything. Shines like a sun, blah, 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 death, Megadeth child. And then we get the giant dog, where essentially they just got to repair the ship and they need to distract this thing. And we get a nice sequence of, Vegeta, Piccolo trying to distract the dog, and the dog being so dang big that it hits, it bats them around and it goes straight for the plane. And we do get Goku doing the Kamehameha to hit the dog. It feels like in this series, like their moves aren't overused, given that this is more of an adventure into fight type of thing. So the moments of the Kamehameha look really good, are done very well. Sound effects, all of that. We get a power pole clash where Goku's clashing as a Super Saiyan, mind you, against this massive, I can't even call it a giant. When you think of giants, can you call it a giant? Like Jack and the Beanstalk type of giant? When you deal with this mega size being, the ruler, and just the clashing, because Goku was falling all around, almost got squished. They almost got squished. Goku even lands on the dog, which, landing on the hairs around him, everything looks like a translucent blue. And the dog has, initially I said, are those fleas? No, Piccolo goes, oh, those are ticks. So we get Piccolo action, more Piccolo action from him beating up the ticks. Because remember, we got those are our top 3 boys here. So Piccolo's beating up the ticks. Goku's fighting the ticks. We get some more English with Sankyu when Goku is saved by Glorio in the plane before he could be stomped on. And through all of this reflection, Vegeta goes, wait a minute. You said this was the second most terrifying. What's the first? And it's a world called the Gigith, where everything is even bigger than that. Also, if these beings are so massive and so strong, why don't they go after the Supreme Demon King? Why aren't they in the running for this? They're a laid-back race. They don't really care about any of that stuff. They just want to live. And I like that the episode wraps up with Goku looking outside of the plane, seeing they're finally high enough in this very interesting part of the demon realm, because it looks like a bog almost, or a mangrove, because you see, trees, look like mangrove trees and all that good stuff. But you look over, granted, it probably looks like that because they're small, but you look over and you see all these same looking characters, but these Megath children there, waving to friends, although they all have the same expression though. They're waving to friends, they're walking off, they're going home. And Goku smiles, and from the plane there's also deep, almost like fireflies. I don't know what this is, but they're glowing lights that come up from the ground, where everyone's in awe except for Glorio. Glorio's flying the plane and he has his look. Everyone's in awe but Glorio and Vegeta. And obviously Piccolo. Your serious guys are serious, but everyone's like, oh, this is nice, this is cute, this is great, fun. Already said he told Ari and so about the Dragon Ball. So, fun episode. Shorter review because you should watch it. There's funny parts in it. I do like that Pansy told Hebus to be a step stool so she can step on top of him and repair the stuff. But she also thanks him. That is characterization right there. She's a princess. She's a rogue. She will steal and do things against the greater oligarchy, even though she is also technically royalty. But she is not heartless. She is not cruel. She is not unkind. I like when they show these moments of characterization, especially for these newer characters that we may never see again. Apparently, and obviously all this is spoilers, but if you really don't want to know when this is going to end, I guess, like, subscribe, and all other good stuff. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. The Patreon link is down there. So if you don't want to hear about when this is going to end, I'll give you 5 seconds. Apparently Hulu let it leak that DAIMA's ending on episode 20. This is 17. For those of you who have Crunchyroll, 14 is already out, so 15 is coming out. But those of you on the Netflix, 14 comes out Friday. I will probably have my 14 review on Saturday, Monday-ish. But yeah, no. Ends on episode 20. I hope that season 1 ends on episode 20. This was fun, man. Man, Toriyama. If I don't know who assisted him with this series, but I hope that this did good numbers. I'd rather have this than Super. Like at this point, you're gonna have to like do some remixing with Super, because this does pay a lot of. This goes, hey, stuff from Super matches with here, but this is, you get so much more information. It feels less convoluted. The art is magnificent. This art is amazing. I want to know how long it took them to do this. Not Kinnikuman, Dragon Ball Daima here. Just matter of fact, we'll go back to Goku's face right there. I want to know how long it took them to make this series. I might look that up after this, but this series has been great. We got another 7 episodes, so what I'm expecting is a final battle between the Goku Vegeta versus Do and Ku. Oh God, yeah, their letters almost go GD and VK. Yeah, I'm expecting a final battle where they fuse. You don't introduce those bugs and they don't fuse. Come on. So we'll see. I don't know when hopefully episode 14, they figure out that they can't use Warp Sama. So I gotta hurry up and watch that as well, guys. But this has been fun. This episode, though, I didn't even give it a rating when I was done. I gotta give it I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was fun. You know, I love lore. I like little bits of storytelling. This was Toriyama just in his bag. This for Legacy, not just the greater Dragon Ball franchise, this is a good thing to like be one of the last things you ever work on. Something this good. I don't care what the haters say. This is actually this has substance. This is going to make it harder to just instantly jump to Super if they are able to do that because of how good this is. So 4.5 out of 5 from me. It is so close to being perfect. I just, but that doesn't take away from it. This was great. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do not forget, just like I told the guys that left because they didn't want to hear about when the series is going to end, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Those things, to smaller channels like me, those things really matter. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you whether you just watch. I appreciate you if you comment. I appreciate if you share the videos. Go ahead and share it. Show your friends. Ask your friends what they think about what this guy is saying. Legitimately, appreciate all of you. I really do. Please be good, be blessed. Drink some water. Wash your hands. All right. Be safe out there. If you're someplace where it's freezing like where it is around me, please run a little water too so your pipes don't burst, and stay bundled up. All right. All right. And I know we're entering, especially those in the States, we're entering an era that looks pretty bleak. So if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling down and out. I usually don't say the word depressed, but I'm just going to say you're feeling depressed, you're feeling down and out, you're feeling some type of way that is negative. Reach out to someone, talk to someone. There are people out there that care about you and rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I promise you that. You want to talk to me? My social media is in the description below. Send me a message, say hi, just don't be a jerk and we'll be good. All right. All right. Don't be a Gomah. Don't be a Gomah. Trust me. No one likes a Gomah. So guys, I think I've covered everything. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. I got some other stuff I got to do. Expect more fun things. Expect them. So until next time, pa-pa-da-pa-pa.